Hello, lads and lasses, YouTube community. It is a sad day for mankind, preferably this man. This was a choice I made, however. Do I regret it? A little. But that's the beauty of being a man. You can make a choice and live with it. And if anybody gives you any lip about it, it was your choice. Was there outside pressure? Oh, absolutely. Tons of outside pressure. Preferably from, well, not preferably, but all of it from my significant other, who I love dearly. I did not shave it for her. I shaved it mostly because it was starting to get wavy and curly and unruly, and I know the reason why. It's because I was using a very tight bristled horsehair brush month and a half into the process, and that kind of messed me up for the long term, even after I trimmed. So you consider this a starting over point, I guess. Normally my beard is only grown in the wintertime. You can call it a weird if you'd like, a winter beard. I would love to have a year beard, but that is not the case. My occupation doesn't stop me from growing a beard. It's more of my significant other and her desires. So right now I just decided to get rid of it. Plus there's one more thing, I guess it's a little more important than that, is that I sleep with a CPAP machine because I snore a lot, and I stop breathing at nighttime. So in order to keep old Brian awake and alive, I have to wear a CPAP machine, and my beard was getting in the way of the mask on my face. So to be able to breathe and not snore and get some sleep and not get kicked in the middle of the night and punched and all that stuff that happens to get your significant other to stop snoring, I had to tame the mustache down a bit, and I had to cut the beard off because it was lifting the mask up off of my nose. So it's for medical reasons mostly. It's unfortunate, yes, it's unfortunate, but the beard will return one day, and hopefully it'll be there to stay forever, because I miss it. My cheeks are cold. My cheek sweaters have been shaved off, and today, with it being negative 55 or negative 50 or negative 45 degrees, it would be a really nice day to have cheek sweaters. My chin and my lip are warm. Also shaved my head, which is how I usually look. My wife said it's the funniest part of the whole thing. Funny in an irritating sense. I got in the shower, you know, cleaned up and all that stuff, and got out. I trimmed my beard before I got in, because with clippers you can't do that, or else you'll get electrocuted with wet hair. So I hopped in the shower after I trimmed it all off, and she hadn't seen me. Shaved after I got out of the shower, you know, trimmed this guy up a bit. And I was standing there in the hallway looking at her in the laundry room, and she was like, "What's wrong?" "Nothing. What's wrong with you?" "Nothing. You just look like there's something wrong." "No, there's nothing wrong with me." "Anything wrong with you?" "No." "All right." She didn't say anything. She didn't say, "Oh, you shaved. Look at your cheeks. Now I can kiss your face." And I got in the bedroom, and I was getting dressed and getting my thermals on and my socks and stuff, and she was like, "Wait, What's that? Like, it's a remnant. That's what that is. It's a remnant. Oh, well, if you were going to keep that, then you should have just kept this. I was like, are you serious? You've been complaining for the last 2 months about my beard, about how it's ugly and how you don't like it, how you want me to get rid of it, and how you just want me to keep it trimmed, and how it's affecting, you know, my sleep with the CPAP machine. And now I shave it off to get you to stop complaining about all that stuff, and so I can wear the CPAP machine and get some sleep again. And you ask me why I did it? Come on, get real. And then you're like, oh yeah, you need to trim that down. That just looks like you got out of prison. What is that supposed to mean? I've seen guys get out of prison with no hair. What's the deal? She's like, yeah, you need to trim that up. I like it. I dig it. Makes me look like the boss man. And the guy from back in WWF before it was WWE. You know, in the good days when it was WWF, there was Sergeant Slaughter, and then there was all these sweet-looking old. Well, they weren't old then, but I use old as a time term, not in an age term. Where you'd have, you know, the Bret Hart and his brother Owen Hart, and you would have the British Bulldog and all these huge dudes. And then, was it Tank? No, not Tank Abbott. He's the new guy. One of the older guys, I think that was related to the Hart brothers. And then, what was that tag team name? Anyway, there was all these old dudes that had these huge goatees and looked awesome. Oh, my buddy Dan from Michigan, his dad, we called him the Boss Man, and he had this, you know, really long goatee and just shaved head. He was a Marine back in Nam, and he just looked meaner than dirt, but he was super nice. But, you know, it's the appearances thing. You know, if it looks like you just got out of prison, then you're unapproachable, and nobody wants to talk to you because they think you're a mean guy. I could care less. If you think I look mean, then sure, go for it. You know, get to know me and you'll know better. But this is how my wife met me. Trimmed goatee. There was a lot more trim than this. But I had a shaved head. I wore South Pole clothes and Sean John clothes, and, you know, not baggy jeans, but big jeans. You know, Nike Air Force Ones. You know, Timberland boots, that kind of thing. And I wasn't a thug or a gangster or a drug dealer, which I have a funny story about that. But that'll be for another video. Anyways, so long to my beard for medical reasons. Medical reasons for my health, my sanity, and my life. So, shed a tear, say a prayer, have a drink. My beard is left the building. Till another time. Bye, guys. Stay warm.